The French World Cup winning footballer Antoine Griezmann has cut his sponsorship links with the Chinese firm Huawei over a Uyghur facial recognition app they've reportedly produced. Why has he done that? I asked our sports news correspondent Alex Capstick.
Well, Antoine Griezmann, who joined Barcelona from Atletico Madrid last season, has been an ambassador for Huawei for more than 3.5 years, but he severed those links following reports which alleged an app had been developed to help identify Uyghur Muslims. In confirming he'd cut all ties with the company, Griezmann called on Huawei to condemn what he described as mass persecution. And he's not the first footballer to question Beijing's treatment of the Uyghurs. Last year, Mesut Ozil, the Arsenal and Germany midfielder who is Muslim, he was very strong in his criticism, especially scathing of other Muslim groups around the world for not doing more to highlight the issue. He didn't get any support from his club, Arsenal, which has commercial interests in China, made it clear that it was apolitical and Ozil's views did not represent their own. China responded by removing Ozil from a Chinese version of a soccer video game. And they went further following a tweet last year by the general manager of the American basketball team, Houston Rockets. This time he was supporting the pro-democracy campaign in Hong Kong. China TV immediately stopped showing NBA matches, and that did have significant financial ramifications for the league. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any reaction to Griezmann's stand, and also from Barcelona, because their biggest star, Lionel Messi, is also sponsored by Huawei.
So what exactly is this facial recognition app about, and how is it being used by Beijing? Here's our China media analyst, Kerry Allen.
Huawei has been one of these rising stars in China in recent years, and it's been trying to kind of offer an international competitor with companies like Apple. And as a result, it's trying to look at better technologies all the time that it can be introducing. And facial recognition has become extremely important in China, and being able to use your camera, for example, to scan things, just to be able to pay online remotely using things like QR codes, for example. So yeah, China's trying to increasingly use technology, or companies like Huawei, to integrate facial recognition systems. There were some reports last year about an app called Zapier that was being used to detect Uyghurs. Basically, we've looked previously at reports of apps that people, when they enter Xinjiang, they have installed on their phones at the borders as a way of, what they're told, protecting them and keeping them safe. But there are questions about whether this might be used as surveillance and as a tracking device.
Yeah, that's the question. Why would anyone want an app that could detect people of the Uyghur ethnic group?
This is something that the government doesn't officially say that they do. They basically say that this is for security purposes. And it's known anyway that Xinjiang in the northwest of the country is notoriously difficult to get into. There's very limited media coverage that comes out of there. So it is quite a quiet, secretive state of sorts. But yeah, there are bigger concerns here about whether Huawei might be integrating systems that could effectively track anybody in the world. And I think this is why there is nervousness about this overseas. But China says that there shouldn't be, because they say Huawei is just like Apple. And if you start asking questions about Huawei, maybe you should ask questions about Apple and all of the things that they have on their devices.